Welcome to the Run Your Day podcast, a show dedicated to helping you expand your capacity, take your life in every area to an entirely new level, and creating a day and a life by design. Here's your host, Dan Hafner. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Run Your Day podcast. As always, your host, Dan Hafner here, CEO and founder of RunWage, the Run Your Day podcast, and Dapper mobile apps. Appreciate you guys coming on here and joining for this week's episode, The Power of Pushing. Welcome back to the show, my friends. Really appreciate you guys coming and joining here. I am going to continue the saga here of the story we've been telling. I've been telling here for quite a while now about how I've come to be where I am. But before I get started in this episode, just wanted to take a quick moment and just kind of talk a little bit about this past Sunday. It was the news of Kobe Bryant dying. And I just had some thoughts on it I wanted to share with you guys. And I got to be honest, I don't really ever consider myself a Kobe Bryant fan. I obviously was I knew who he was. I'm a big basketball fan. And I always got a kick out of like a bunch of the quotes that he would have. If you ever just Google Kobe Bryant quotes, like the guy said a lot of really cool things throughout his lifestyle or his lifetime. And it was really sad to hear really what happened to him, especially, him being with his daughter. And all the people that were there, and my prayers and thoughts have been with their families and stuff. But it's just a sober reminder, to live every day to your fullest, because none of us make it out of this life alive. Like in the end, we're all doomed, and some of us never know when your time's up. Like it could be tomorrow, it could be 50 years from now. You just don't know. And that's part of, why I come on here and talk about these types of things, to kind of help inspire people and motivate people to really take a hold of things and to kind of get back on track with, because you never know. You just never know. So I know my thoughts are kind of scattered with that. I didn't really plan on saying anything about that, but just something I wanted to talk about here for that. So we're going to put that to rest, and we're going to move on with the show. So again, the topic of the day, the power of pushing. So at this point in the story, I had gone back to my old job. I had left it. I'm sorry. I skipped over one there, or I missed one. And last time we talked about climbing the ladder, right? In order to climb a ladder, you have to let go of where you currently are in order to move up. There's no way you can move up a ladder while holding on to the same rung, right? So at this point, I had left. I had gone ahead and re-interviewed for this sales job I had done before. Was told I was getting the job, and I was good to go, right? So I had let go of that rung of the ladder, grabbed onto the next one. And it was an interesting month for me. This was like the October timeframe last year. 2018. Holy shit. Yeah, 2018. Wow. I feel that's a long time ago now. It wasn't terribly that long ago, but it feels like ages ago. So this was 2018. And at the time, my wife was rotating. She was on an away rotation, I think. She was in Pittsburgh for the month. So I was literally home alone with just our dogs for a month while I started this new job. And I really took it as a new opportunity to push myself, to really jump in with both feet, go all in, and be like, hey, you know what? Like, I left that steady, secure job for something a little more risky and a little less guaranteed. And I needed to make sure that this worked. I was like, all right, like I'm fully committed here. I'm balls to the walls. Like, let's fucking go. Right. So, I started, the Insanity program. If you're not familiar with it, it's a Beachbody program. Shaun T, if you haven't heard of it, look it up. It's very common. But it's a very, very difficult workout. It's like a 6-week workout program, and it's intense. Like, it's freaking intense. And I would get up pretty much. I started work, I think it's like 7:45. I get there at 7:30, and I was getting up at like 4:30, 4:45 every day and doing these 45-minute workouts of like pushing myself. Like I was drenched in sweat, and I wasn't in the best of shape. Like I wasn't by any means overweight, but like I wasn't in like the best of shape. Like I've never really been someone that's been like in super good shape, ripped, like, super triathlete, chiseled body type place. But I've always been, pretty well in shape. I've never really been like terribly out of shape. So I'm kind of like middle of the road guy, right? So I was sore as shit for like 2 weeks. Like it was awful. And something crazy happened. It was towards the end of the month. I had my first 4 weeks in there, and at my first review with one of the people I was working directly for, and it was just a glowing review of like, wow, like you've really come in and really done well and pushed yourself harder than I think the people you came in with, and just have done a really, really good job. And as I sat there, I thought to myself, like, yeah, I know it's been fun coming in this first month and kind of noticing like the immense difference that it makes when your body and your mind are on point, right? And I credit that to getting my ass out of bed and doing these hard workouts. Like I didn't want to freaking do that shit. There's still days where I'm like, I don't want to get up and work out. Like anymore, I usually run. I usually just get up and go for a quick run in the morning. I don't really do the Beachbody workouts. I want to get back into them eventually. But right now I'm just focusing on running. Like I'm working on running coaching and just running, and like that's my game, right? But there's days I get up and I'm like, I really don't want to run, whether I'm up late working on business or, just up late for watching movies or TV, hang out with my wife, or dogs, whatever. Like there's days I wake up, I'm like, I don't really want to do this shit, but I get up and I do it anyway, right? And going back to this, like I really pushed in that first month. Like I really pushed myself physically, and it was. So I played college football, and like I there was times in my life when I was younger and in better shape and things like that. But ever since I'd been out of school and out of organized athletics, this was the first time in my life where I really started to see the true and the powerful connection of taking care of your body and how it relates to production in business and at your career, right? It was really one of the first times I had really like honestly pushed myself outside of organized athletics when I was younger, right? And the power that came, like the title of the show, the power of pushing myself physically translated into producing at my new job. Like I was kicking ass. I was learning. I was dodging, diving, dipping, ducking, and dodging, right? Like from dodgeball. Like I was really getting shit done. And I started to see something very, very clearly. You could tell the people that came in to work, and I'm sure you can tell this at your job as well. You could tell the people that come in and had a sluggish start to their day. They got fucking donuts. They got, they didn't eat well. They slept in. They stayed up late. They drank last night. They, just anything to just block their ability to start, right? Because they're sluggish and they're complaining and they're slow and they're, oh, I need my coffee, right? Like I need my coffee just as much as the next person in the morning. But like you can just tell the people when you walk in that are just like don't have a solid morning routine, right? And I really started to see, I had like X-ray vision. I could tell like who came in and had worked out and who came in and had not done anything for themselves in the morning, because I started my day freaking on fire, like not only physically, but mentally. I lost like 5 pounds, it was probably more than that. It was 5 or 6, 7 pounds, something around that. It wasn't quite 10, but I lost weight that month. I started eating healthier. I was mentally focused. I focused all day. Those were long, hard days. And I pushed myself physically, and it translated directly. And I saw the results of this. And I know because I saw the results of other people that weren't pushing themselves and how far they fell, how much they went backwards, or how much more I progressed beside them, right? And again, I don't do this to brag. I just come like to tell you, like, the power of pushing is real. And when I talk about that, I talk about it physically. So, if you're in a situation in your life where you're not getting the results in the career, you maybe feel stuck, like it's New Year's resolution, it's the end of January, right? Like maybe you've already fallen off the wagon. Maybe you're not getting the results that you want. Like this is the time when everybody starts to fall off of what you resolved to do for the year. You're just starting to get you're back to your old habits or like whatever it might be. And maybe that area for you is physically. And my challenge to you is to not let that happen again this year through this process of just getting your ass up early and just working out. Whether you have to, like, you start small. Like, you don't have to get up and do insanity workouts. Like, get up and go for a 5-minute walk. That's it. That's all you got to do. Like, anyone can do that. If you can't freaking walk, you're in a wheelchair, get up and freaking roll around for 5 minutes. Like, it doesn't, like, you have no limits to this. There's no excuses for you to not push yourself in the morning. I know some of you are going to say, oh, Dan, I'm not a morning person. I'm not a morning person. I can't do that. Bullshit. You can train yourself. I never used to be a morning person either. Because if you wait till the end of the day, it's wasted energy, in my opinion. Oh, well, I like to work out in the evenings. Get yourself to work out in the morning. I'm telling you, the health benefits, like, I don't have stats. I'm not a doctor. My wife's the doctor in the family, right? Like, I can't sit here and tell you, like, the physiological benefits and the small intricate details of what happens in your body when you work out. All I know is from real experience, doing this for 2 years, this shit works. You get up and you sweat, because not only does that get your body in this mode, it warms it up. It sets you up for the day. It affects your mind. Like, it affects your mind. Even if you don't do meditation or anything like that, just sweating just gets your mind in this state where you're ready. You're ready to roll. And I've proven this. Like, this is non-negotiable. This isn't even like a negotiable game, right? So my challenge to you as I wrap up, I really wanted to illustrate the power of pushing, right? Like the power of pushing physically. And I really hope that, I drive this point home to you right now, because, well, I mean, obviously, shameless plug, like if you really need help with this, like I've made an app called Runwage, like for this particular reason, to keep you accountable, to hold you accountable for a cardio effort or a running effort. We don't have walking games yet or anything, but like, it's literally designed like that. Like I created that app out of a need in my own life, and I saw the need for it in other people. That's why I continue to build it and continue to market it and continue to tell people about it. Right? So shameless plug. I'm not even gonna beat around the bush with it. Like, download it, try it out. It's awesome, right? But even if running's not your thing, like, there's other apps out there. There's gyms. There's other things that you can do. You don't even need to go to the gym. You can just get up and spend 5 to 10 minutes a day walking around, or doing sit-ups, or doing push-ups, like body weight exercises. If you want to find a way, you can find a way. And I promise you, the harder you push yourself in the morning, the bigger results you'll have in business, the better day you'll have, the better mood you'll have, the more clearly you'll think. I can't even speak. The more clearly you will think, and the better your days will get progressively. This shit doesn't happen overnight. You might be sore for a couple weeks. You might have a hard time developing the habit over a couple weeks. But I promise you, if you stick with this and you continue to push yourself physically, you'll get out of the rut at work. You'll break out of a funk that you've been in a relationship or something. Like, I'm telling you, it all starts with your body. It all starts with your body. And I even, honestly, over the past couple weeks, I've kind of fallen off of this, and I've kind of gotten back to it this week. And that's kind of why I wanted to come back and talk about it and tie it into this story, right? Because, like, I'm telling you, when you get up and you go and you push, it changes you. It changes you forever. And it's awesome. It's a good change. I promise. Okay. So that's my challenge for you. Get after it. Get out of bed in the morning. You don't have to get up at 4:30. You can get up at just, even if you have to get up 10 minutes earlier, set your alarm for 10 minutes earlier. You can do it. I promise. There's groups out there. You can join Facebook groups, 4 a.m. clubs, 5 a.m. clubs. Hold yourselves accountable. Hold yourself accountable. Don't set 15 snoozes. Put your phone across the room so you have to get out of bed to turn it off. Like, do whatever you got to do. Get your ass out of bed and work out. Okay? Stop making excuses. and start running your day. Haha, you see what I did there? All right, my friends. So that's going to be it. It's going to wrap up the show. Really appreciate you guys coming on here. And again, I didn't want to like sound weird or anything about the Kobe stuff, but just some random thoughts I had about that. So get after it, my friends. Stay with it. Keep at it, and start pushing yourself. And I promise you'll start to see better results in your life across the multitude of your life. Okay. So if you want anything more, or if you're interested in the RunWage app, you can always download it on the App Store, or you can go to the website runwageapp.com. That's a new site I have up for the app, kind of explains what it does, everything that goes on. And if you're also a new business I've started as well for mobile app development, dappermobileapps.com as well. If you own a local business, or you do anything, or you know someone that has a business that might be able to use an app, I'm your guy. Go to dappermobileapps.com and you can get in touch with me that way. So, all right, my friends, that's all. Start getting after it, or keep getting after it if you are. Push yourself and take yourself to the next level. Dan Hafner signing off. Make it a great rest of your day.
Thank you for listening to the Run Your Day podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, feel free to share today's show with friends and family. Until next time, have a great day.